Hey everyone, my name is David Crabb and I'm the Fraternal Engagement Manager here at Sons of Norway, and I'm really happy to be joined today by Jana Velo, who is our Senior Culture Specialist at headquarters. Jana, thanks for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, as many of you know, and some have already asked a few questions about, we have a new process, a new way for members to order pins for cultural skills and sports mental programs. And so I've asked Jana to talk to us a little bit about that today. So Jana, could you start by just telling us a little bit about this new process for members?
Absolutely. So sports medals and cultural skills have now moved to our lodge supply store. So lodge leaders, the sports directors and culture directors, can log into the Sons of Norway website and then search for Lodge Supply Store, and then go ahead and place an order for both cultural skills and sports medal pins.
So what exactly then would be the way that someone would order a sports medal, say? If they've logged into that store, what's the process for ordering a sports medal?
So the initial part of the process is the same. When a member earns their sports medal, then they turn their mileage card or their points into the lodge sports director. The sports director then checks over their points or their minutes and places the order on the lodge supply store. Again, that's on sonsofnorway.com. We did send out a link, but it's easy to just do a search on the site for lodge supply store, and that takes you right to where lodge officers can place orders for pins. To save on shipping, we recommend combining orders, multiple orders when possible. So some lodges have always done it this way, where they just order pins maybe 2 to 4 times a year, and then they'll have a ceremony where there are more individuals all in one presentation. So that would help with shipping costs if you have more than one recipient ordering at the same time.
Yeah. And is the cultural skills the same process then? Does it work the same way?
So it's very similar for cultural skills. A member actually turns the report into their lodge leader, which was the same as in the past. But then the cultural director looks over the work and checks to see if all the report requirements have been fulfilled, and then they go ahead and order a pin from the lodge leader supply store. And then again, you can order sports medals and cultural skills pins all in the same order if that works for your lodge, to save on the shipping costs.
Yeah, so speaking of those, cultural skills reports, so a lodge leader gets that report. What's the expectation for a lodge leader? What should he or she do with that cultural skills report?
So the cultural directors are not expected to judge the actual quality of work. They just need to check and determine, have all the steps been completed? You don't need to be a professional judge of woodworking or rosemalling, say. This is actually the method that we've used at headquarters as well. And the bottom line is just checking whether the person thoughtfully completed the requirements, and then you can order a pin or bar.
Yeah, that's good to know. We have received some questions about that. Do I have to be, an expert to be able to judge the quality of this? And of course, as you're saying, the answer is no to that, which is good to know. What about members of Central Lodge? We obviously have a lot of folks who are joining the organization and may not be associated with the lodge yet. If you're a member of Central Lodge, how does this work?
There are some Central Lodge members who are active with sports medals or with cultural skills pins. I'd say the percentage is a lot less than within lodges, but they have the opportunity to order pins as well. So what they would do is forward their submissions to the district officers. So it would be either their sports director at the district level or the district cultural director. And then that person would place the order on their behalf.
Okay, so Central Lodge members go to the district representative.
That's right.
All right, a question we've received a couple times already. Who's paying for these pens?
So it can be determined on a lodge basis. As a rule, I would say individuals who are wanting to earn the medals, they would usually pay for their own pins. Some lodges have decided to subsidize the cost to encourage members to take part in the programs, which is great. And if that works out for each lodge, then wonderful. But if people don't have the opportunity to pay for it, there is an alternative, and they're able to print out a certificate and present a paper copy rather than buying a pin.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. So if folks didn't want to pay for a pen, is there some alternative form of recognition? You're saying a certificate is a good way for that to happen?
Yep, so they could print out a certificate of recognition that would say which type of sports medal was achieved or which of the cultural pins was earned, and then could present that at a lodge meeting too, or even send it to the member to print out themselves or just save.
That's good. Well, this is very helpful information, Jana. Of course, as all of you are watching and you know that we have this new process, if there are further questions that come out of this, Jana, where can we direct our lodge leaders for resources as questions arise that may fall outside of what we've covered today?
I will have this information in an article in Leader Resource in the upcoming edition. And also check our website on the sports medals and cultural skills pages. We'll be updating those pages with this information as well.
Good. Well, thanks to all of you who have taken the time to watch this. We do hope that you'll share this information with anyone who is a part of this process or needs that. And again, as always, feel free to reach out to the fraternal department with comments or questions that you have. You can call us. You can email us anytime at fraternal@sfon.com. Thanks so much for listening today, and we hope you have a great day.